Hi y'all, it's Erica with Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the channel. I'm so glad that you found me. This is another super cool astrology video where I will be talking about the new moon partial solar eclipse that will be occurring for us on July 12th. July 12th, we'll be having this new moon partial solar eclipse at 20 degrees of Cancer. The Sabian Symbol reads, a famous singer is proving her virtuosity during an operatic performance. Sabian symbols were created in 1928 by a clairvoyant psychic named Elsie Wheeler, and they're used to symbolize 0 to 30 degrees of each of the zodiac signs. Now, new moons are a great time for beginnings, planting seeds, making an initiation point. It's a good time for starting something that you want to see grow. The fact that this is a new moon solar eclipse gives it extra energy. Now, it's not a total solar eclipse, it's a partial. But if you've got 29 degrees Cancer that has any major planet or any of the nodes, you're going to be feeling this. Some of the themes that surround Cancer are that of being nurtured or being parented, being a parent. So I wrote down a couple of questions while I was contemplating on this eclipse for you to think about, and maybe it will help you when it comes to trying to empower yourself with where these eclipses are occurring. Another thing that you need to understand is that Mars is still retrograde at this point in time as well. And I'll be talking about the area of life where Mars is retrograde while this solar eclipse is going on. Mars being retrograde could be the impetus for the change in your world brought by this new moon solar eclipse. And the solar eclipses are known for new beginnings. They aren't nearly as harsh as lunar eclipses in my own personal observation. So for this 20-degree partial solar eclipse, I want you to think, or at least ponder on these things. Pardon me. Do I feel secure? What do I need to feel secure? Where do I need nurturing, or who do I need to nurture? What needs more power in my life? What needs less power? With Mars going retrograde, those are really good questions to ask yourself, especially at around this solar eclipse. Where can I be more nurturing? Do you have parenting issues? Are you a parent? Do you feel like you are doing it effectively? Or are you an adult looking back at your childhood and realizing that the parenting that you received was not up to par? How do you parent your children? How do you parent yourself? How do you nurture your inner child? Does your inner child need nurturing? Does your inner child need to come out and express themselves? Have you been neglecting yourself or others? What can you do to undo that neglect? Cancer rules the 4th house in the astrological wheel, and that's the house of your home. That's the house of the people that you share your home with. And that can be your parents, that can be your siblings, but this is where you go to feel at home in the 4th house. So do you feel at home? What does it take to feel like you are at home? What is home to you? And we will be addressing the ideas and the values and the themes around home and how that will change through the next 7 years with Uranus being in Taurus. I spoke about that in an earlier video. So again, this is a partial. This isn't a total solar eclipse. It's not going to be as strong as a total eclipse would be. But because this is a lunar cycle and Cancer is ruled by the moon, it will be impactful for you. You will likely feel very tired, probably grumpy, like you're running on fumes. I suggest rest as much as you can to help with that. So let's talk about where this eclipse will be occurring for each of the zodiac signs, and then I'll go through and pull a I've got my tarot cards out from the last video, but I will pull, pardon me, I'm grabbing. I'll pull a Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle card. Well, in association with the houses. I'll do tarot videos in association with this eclipse and have them uploaded soon as well. And if my voice sounds weird, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I've not been able to sleep. I'm feeling the Mars retrograde in shadow, amongst other things. If I can be 100% transparent with y'all, I just recently started therapy. And the Pandora's boxes that have been unleashed because of the fire, and things that I wasn't seeing then have really started to mess with me. I'm a Scorpio rising, and I have the way that my chart is placed, my ascendant line is through Scorpio, but my 12th house is Scorpio dominant. And there are a lot of secrets that have been coming out about my family and my childhood that I did not know. So it's affecting my sleep. Shocker, right? Okay, enough about me. Let's talk about y'all. For Aries, Aries rising and Aries moon, you will experience this new moon solar eclipse in the 10th house. Now, these house placements are placed on rising signs, but that means that would be where Aries is the first house, or Taurus would be the first house. That's what I'm basing on where these eclipses and these placements, these transits go through. So if you are an Aries sun or an Aries moon, you will feel the theme of this, but it will not occur necessarily in this house unless your sun or moon, whatever, is in the house. For example, I'm a Scorpio rising. I have a Taurus moon, and that is in my 7th house, which makes me very empathic. And I have a Aries sun, and that is in my 5th house, which means I was kind of made to do this sort of entrepreneurial sort of stuff, amongst other things. So that can give you an idea as to how your chart is very important and how knowing it can help you work with the information that is given to you through videos like this. So for Aries rising, Aries sun, Aries moon, this eclipse is occurring in the 10th house. The 10th house is the house that I like to relay as the house of the William Shakespeare quote, "All the world's a stage." I'm sorry, y'all. It's early and I'm not fully caffeinated. All the world is a stage. That deals with your career, your status, and your reputation. You're dealing with authority figures. It is also the house of destiny. Your status can be your relationship status. It can be your employment status. It can be your parental status. It can be how people know you in this world. And Mars is retrograding in that 11th and 10th house for you, Aries. For my Taurus family, this is occurring in the 11th house. The 11th house is the house of your memberships, teams, groups, and associations that you belong to. It also deals with the internet. Mars is retrograding in your 9th and 10th houses. Gemini rising. This eclipse is occurring in the 12th house, and this is a very dark house. It is a house that is hardest to see. It's like putting a fog machine in this house. It can be deception. It can be secrets. It can be hidden enemies. It can be the dream space. It can be the subconscious. It can be a very spiritual house. It's very nebulous. It's also the house of self-undoing. And Mars is going retrograde in your 9th and 8th houses, Gemini. For my Cancers, this is occurring in the 1st house. This is your house. This is who you are. This is the physical embodiment of who you are and how you present yourself to the world. This is what the world sees in you before they know who you are. And Mars is retrograding in that 8th and 7th house for you. For my Leos, the solar eclipse is occurring in the 2nd house. Now, Leo, you are ruled by the sun. And this is a partial solar eclipse. So you're going to feel a little less energetic than normal because you're not going to be feeling full powered. You won't be feeling full powered because the sun is going to be partially eclipsed. Now, this is the 2nd house. The 2nd house is the house of your money, earning ability, possessions, self-esteem, and the house of your values. If you love it enough to spend money on it, you want to know where it is. You want to know what it's about. I think of anything that you could identify, introduce, or claim as mine would fall under that 2nd house umbrella. You are also having Mars retrograde in the 7th and 6th houses. For my Virgos, this is occurring in the 3rd house. The 3rd house is the house of your short distance trips, your siblings, cousins, and neighbors. This is your communication devices. This is your vehicle. This is how you commute. This is how you get your voice out into the world. And this is the people in your neighborhood. You've got Mars retrograding in your 6th and 5th house. For for Libra, like I said, it's 4 o'clock, give me a break. For Libra, it is in the 4th house. The 4th house is that house of home and family, roots and foundations. The fact that this is a solar eclipse in Cancer could be that there is a new beginning with your mother or a female in your life. It could be a new beginning in your home life as well. There's just the 4th house is not just the dwelling that you live in, it's the stability and the structural integrity of that building that you dwell in. It's the people that you share that dwelling with. It's also the roots and foundations of who you are and what makes you the person that you are. We've got Mars retrograding for you, Libra, in the 5th and 4th house. So I see there being some big home situation and possible marriage, possible child. 5th house deals with romance and children, among other things. For my Scorpios, this new moon solar eclipse is occurring in your 5th house, and the 5th house is that house of children. It's the house of romance. It's the house of where you go to be a child. I wouldn't necessarily call it the inner child, but it's where the inner child goes to play. It's your social life. It's where you go to blow off steam with your friends. It's where you fall in love, and it's where you make your most prized creations. That can be your children. If you're an artist, it can be the artwork that you do. It really just depends on your personal life and what drives you. For my Sagittarians, this is occurring in the 6th house. The 6th house is the house of work and health, or competency and skills that you bring to the services that you provide. It's your daily life, your daily to-do list, the daily routine. It could also be your pets. And we've got Mars going retrograde in your 3rd and 2nd houses. And I've got a Mars retrograde video that I'll be uploading as well to give you information about the houses that it's going through. Again, all based on the rising sign for the placements. For Capricorn. Oh, Capricorn. Sweet, sweet Capricorn. You are going through it right now. You've got Saturn in your sign, you've got Pluto in your sign, and you've got Mars retrograding in your sign. How's life? How are you doing? I hope you're well. I'm sending you a lot of love. Please be patient. All of these things come to us no matter how good, bad, or ugly. They find us in perfect divine timing for the evolution of our consciousness and our soul. So if you're undergoing a difficult time, this too shall pass, even if it feels like a kidney stone. Capricorn, this is occurring in your 7th house, and the 7th house is the house of the other. These are the people that you deal with on a regular basis, but they aren't necessarily your relationship partner or mate. However, someone from your 7th house could turn into a mate, if that makes sense. These are people that are co-workers. These are people that are classmates. This is the bank teller that you see every Friday. This is the person at the gas station that knows your drink, how you take your coffee. It's those people that know you on a somewhat familiar basis. Mars is retrograding, like I said earlier, in between your 2nd and 1st house as well. Now, Aquarius, this is occurring in your 8th house, and the 8th house is the house of life, death, and rebirth. It's the house of other people's money. It's the house of sexuality, deep transformation, and deep metamorphosis. It could possibly be that some of my Aquarians, especially because there's an eclipse coming for you, that some of you may be dealing with a pregnancy. And I hope that if you are looking for that, that finds you. Mars, I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not because I'm not fully caffeinated. Mars is retrograding through your 12th and 1st house. So it's one of these things where if it is a pregnancy, it's shocking. You weren't expecting it, but it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. If it's a death, it was shocking. If it's rebirth, it's shocking. Just because that 8th house is a very, very intimate house. It's the opposite house of Taurus, and Taurus has Uranus in it right now. So it could be that the shocks and surprises that are coming to you are through people and not necessarily through your own world. It's coming to you through another, if that makes sense. And finally, Pisces. This new moon solar eclipse, partial solar eclipse, is occurring for you in the 9th house. The 9th house is your worldview expanded through study or travel. It's long-distance trips, adventures, and questing. It's dealing with higher education or higher-minded pursuits, the study of religion, philosophy, metaphysics, astrology, tarot, the occult. It's also the sign of the foreigner and foreign distances. Could be possible foreign travel. And Mars is not squaring. Mars is retrograde in the 12th and 11th houses for you. And again, to go over those things now that we've talked about the houses where it's going to be hitting, do I feel secure? Do I feel nurtured? What can I do to feel more secure? What can I do to feel more nurtured? Where do I need to be more visible? What needs more power? What needs less power? How are you parenting yourself, your children, your inner child, your animals? Have you been neglecting yourself? That's a big one. I know I have been. I've been neglecting myself for the majority of my life. This eclipse is trining Neptune in Pisces. So check your chart and see where Pisces is in comparison to Cancer. I would assume, and I don't have it written down, but my assumption would be that it would be a trine between this new moon solar eclipse in Cancer, Neptune in Pisces, and Jupiter in Scorpio, because those are all water signs. But you can double check me on it, and I know there's a soul out there somewhere who would love to prove me right, wrong, or otherwise in the comments below, so go ahead and do it. And Before I get started on the oracle cards, one last thing. I've had a lot of people, since I've started back, either private message me or message me on this channel about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and if you don't like it, you can go the fuck away. I do not give a shit if you don't like the way I do this. I've been doing this channel this way for a little while, and those who watch me and know that my heart and my spirit and my intent are pure. If you are a new viewer, I'm sorry if this is off-putting to you, but I'd never really stand up for myself. I'm very good at standing up for others, and I'm not going to allow people to use a space that I've created to berate me. So, sorry about that little tangent. I've just been rubbed a little raw recently about it, and now's as good as any time to address it. So let's get to the oracle cards. These oracle cards are the Sage Goddess Gemstone oracle cards. I do love these cards. They're one of my favorite sets of oracle cards because it speaks to the chakras. It speaks to the areas of life. It speaks to gemstones that can help you work through it. And I do believe in the healing power of crystals. I don't think that they are the only thing that heal us, but I do think that it is a part of it, amongst many other things. So for my Aries, what do we have? Selenite. The Selenite card deals with happiness, clarity, and peace. It helps heal and amplify the vibrations of the crown chakra. Selenite is the great stone of happiness. It brings clear vision, clairvoyance, and peace. It connects you to the consciousness of your higher self. You've pulled this card because you need a dose of joy and a reminder to see the greater good in all beings. Meditate with selenite to surround yourself with white light, tranquility, and high vibrations. Taurus, let's see what you get. Taurus, you received yellow fluorite. This is money draw, power, and clarity. Yellow fluorite is the money drawing stone. It helps you to powerfully attract resources and material wealth while also clearing mental fog and boosting intelligence while quieting anxiety. You have pulled this card as a reminder that you are powerful and your intentions are possible, even when the pressure feels too great to bear. So meditate with yellow fluorite for mental clarity, manifestation, and harnessing your personal power. All right, Cancer. All right. This card flipped, so we're going to take it for you. Carnelian. It deals with courage, vitality, sexuality, and confidence. It helps heal and amplify the vibrations of the sacral chakra. Carnelian is the gem form of caffeine, and it puts you into overdrive, giving you the boost that you need to get things done while manifesting your dreams and also kicking your sexuality into high gear. You've pulled this card because it's time to ignite your latent courage, drive, and sexuality. Meditate with Carnelian for bravery, enthusiasm, and motivation. Some of you Cancers out there may be motivated for a rebirth. And it doesn't take anything devastating for rebirth to occur. It can just be the fact that you want to transform yourself by breaking bonds, breaking ties, cutting cords, stopping addictive behaviors, allowing others to remove themselves from your world. allowing release. For my Leos, you received the Fluorite card. Fluorite deals with soul pathing, clarity, visioning, and manifestation. It helps heal and amplify the vibrations of the crown chakra. Fluorite brings optimism about your future, and it shows you where to go, how to proceed, and the right direction to follow. You've pulled this card because you're on the right track to achieve your highest dreams. Meditate with fluorite to help you think clearly, connect with your higher self, and to make decisions in alignment with your highest good. You're on the right track, Leo. Now for my Virgos. Some of you Virgos may be getting a new job. All right, you had 4 cards fall. I'll take the middle 2. Lanyap. Blue Argonite deals with intuition, empathy, and peace. It helps heal and amplify the vibrations of the throat and the heart chakra. Blue Argonite intensifies psychic abilities, stabilizes emotions for empaths, heals emotional wounds, and aids in better communication. You've pulled this card to support you in overcoming the shield of numbness you use to block out the intense emotions of others. Meditate with Blue Argonite to stabilize yourself, open your intuition, and heal emotionally. The second card is Bronzite. The Bronzite card deals with letting go and graceful release. It can help heal and amplify the vibration of the root chakra. Bronzite has the ability to facilitate graceful mourning and recovery from loss, helping you to see the gift in what you must release. You've pulled this card because it is time to let go of the friendship, lover, business partnership, project, or other pursuit that you are holding on to. Meditate with Bronzite to cut the vibrational cords that connect and set your losses free so that you can move forward gracefully on your path. It may be that you need a new job, Virgo. It may be that you have to leave where you're at to get to a better spot. For my Libras, I had a card pop, so we're going to use it. Libra. This is the Black Kyanite card. It deals with protection, healing, and clearing. It helps heal and amplify the vibration of the root chakra. Black Kyanite is the only stone that clears energies but does not need to be cleared. It offers protection, healing, and transmutation of low vibrations. You've pulled this card because you need to protect yourself or clear stuck energies around you. So meditate with Black Kyanite to surround yourself with pure white light, to call in your guides for protection, and to stay true to the path of your soul's deepest calling. Because of the story that I have, because of the life that I've lived, pulling a card for protection and having this solar eclipse occur in your 4th house is concerning to me, Libra. Please be careful with your home. Please make sure that you have your insurance policy up to date. Please make sure that you have more than enough insurance, not just for the normal things. Cancer is a water sign. Do flood insurance too. For my Scorpios, for Scorpio, you received Amazonite. Amazonite deals with truthful speaking and communication. Oh, universe, you've got a sense of humor. I told y'all I'm in therapy. I just have started. It helps heal and amplify the vibration of the throat chakra. Amazonite heals the throat chakra and mends broken communication. I'm sorry, this is hitting a little too close to home for me. Amazonite heals the throat chakra and mends broken communication patterns in your life. You've pulled this card because it's time for you to speak your truth, whether it's finding the right words, communicating with loved ones, or expressing yourself honestly. This card calls you to set aside computers and cell phones for a while, since Amazonite is a reliever of geomagnetic stress. Meditate with Amazonite to enable heartfelt communication and shed negative energetic waves emitted by your electronic devices. And I have had, in my own personal world, a sort of internet detox where when we moved, internet was not readily available to where I am now. So even when I'm uploading my videos, I have to either go to a friend's house or the library. And my natal Venus is in Gemini, so I have a love for information. And it's been really nice to detox off of some of that. For my Sagittarians. Sag, you also received the Selenite card. I believe this card fell for Aries. It deals with happiness, clarity, and peace. It helps heal and amplify the vibration of the crown chakra. Selenite is a great stone of happiness, and it brings you clear vision, clairvoyance, and peace. It connects you to the consciousness of your higher self. You've pulled this card because you need a dose of joy and a reminder to see the greater good in all beings and things. Meditate with selenite to surround yourself with white light, tranquility, and high vibrations. Capricorn. Dear sweet Capricorn. And I say that because my heart truly goes out for y'all, to y'all. I know there are many of you out there hurting. Going through things that either aren't understood, can't be discussed. But it's life and death kind of stuff. It's black and white. It's very personal. It's very deep. And your boundaries are being tested on all sides. Probably dealing with authority figures that are giving you hell. I'm pulling the top and the bottom for y'all. Top is clear quartz. It's clearing, purifying, and known for magnification. It helps heal and amplify the vibration of all of the chakras, all chakras. Clear quartz magnifies energy, purifies spaces and auras, and focuses your attention where it is needed, especially in the matters of spirituality. You've pulled this card because you need to deepen your practice, to connect with your guides, and to send out the energy that you wish to receive. So meditate with clear quartz for purification, clarity, and balance. The second card, the bottom card, was Black Kyanite, dealing with protection, healing, and clearing. It can help heal and amplify the vibration of the root chakra. Black Kyanite is the only stone that clears energies but does not need to be cleared. It offers protection, healing, and transmutation of low vibrations. You've pulled this card because you need to protect yourself or to clear stuck energy around you. Meditate with Black Kyanite to surround yourself with pure white light, to call in your guides for protection, and to stay true to the path of your soul's deepest calling. For my Aquarians. Aquarius, you received rose quartz. Rose quartz deals with love and heart healing. It helps heal and amplify the vibration of the heart chakra. Rose quartz is the universal stone of love energy. It draws love to the bearer and brings peace during times of transition. It eases heartache. You've pulled this card because your heart space needs healing. And in order to give and receive love, you must, because your heart space needs healing in order to give and receive love. Meditate with rose quartz to lower your walls, initiate self-love, and to love others more deeply. And finally, for my Pisceans, you had a card flip, so we're going to go with that. The Fire Agate for my Pisceans. Fire Agate deals with vitality, creativity, and protection. It helps heal and amplify the vibration of the root and sacral chakra. Fire Agate stimulates creativity. It brings fiery courage and persistence, and it lights the fires of sexuality. It fills you with a zest for living. You've pulled this card because you're in need of more in the body life force energy. So meditate with Fire Agate for a boost in your passion, drive, and vitality, and to help you through your journey on this earth. Eclipses are not something to be feared, but they are something to be observed and acknowledged. Eclipses usher in changes, good, bad, and ugly. I had a near-death experience tied to a blood moon lunar eclipse in October 2014. That near-death experience led me to doing what I'm doing now. And I'm grateful that you're here. I apologize for the coughing. Sleeping through a house fire is going to fuck your lungs up. And I've always loved my sleep. I've always valued sleep. And it almost was the end of me. I do hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you found it informative. I hope that it gave you a heads up. I'll be doing the tarot portions for this coming up soon. Feeling a little tired now. I may go try to take a nap because therapy's later on today. That's always exhausting for me. But I am quite excited about it. Hopefully my therapist will allow me to videotape some of our sessions so that I can share with you something that I think will truly help me move past the trauma that I experienced 4 years ago. I'm sending y'all so much love. Please be careful. Please be kind. We have such a short supply of kindness on this earth right now. It's not even funny. Please be kind to yourself. Save some of that kindness for others, because we're all going through private battles in our world that some of us may never speak about to another living soul. I am sending you so much love, and I thank you for being here with me. I'll see you soon. Take care, y'all. Namaste and bye.